Cauldron Films have went out of their way above and beyond to make a very nice 4K slash Blu-ray release for the movie Mad Foxes, a movie that I had never seen, but I feel at some point have heard somebody talk about it. Maybe it was in a Tarantino book, maybe Tarantino talked about it. Maybe it's just some of my buddies that watch these type of Italian films have seen it and mentioned it nonetheless. This is what it will look like when it's in the wrap here. There's what the side looks like. Here's what the back of this O card, O face, O card, whatever this looks like. There's your extras. We'll get back to it. But when you take this off, this right here, this is basically the gist of it. So we'll talk about this. This is a revenge movie. This fella right here is a bit of a hoe. And the movie opens up with him out on town with a girl who I believe has just turned 18 years old or is 18 years old. So they're out in the town and he runs across this gang and he kind of has a bad run-in with them. And they proceed to follow them. And when they leave the nightclub, we'll just put it this way, they assault the girl in a frolicky manner, I should say. Can't use the words to describe what they do to her. But if you use your imagination, I'm sure you can guess what they do. This ends up with her in the hospital and him going to his karate buddies to go get revenge on this gang. This gang is all wearing Nazi symbols, by the way. And that then turns around with the gang going and getting revenge on the karate guys. And him kind of fleeing the area. And then more people being brought into it. And then eventually he has to go back after the gang. So yeah, it's one of these who can top who type deals. There is some graphic violence in it. There is some graphic nudity in it. There is a lot of R and revenge, I guess you could say. Well, maybe not a lot of the R stuff in revenge, but there is definitely revenge. And there is some of the I spit on your grave level stuff as well, although not as graphic in that term. Whereas there is male genitals that is shown. There is full frontal nudity at times. So it's definitely a grindhousey movie that has a lead character that has a hell of a Camaro here, I think. I don't know. I'm not really good on naming automobiles. Maybe that's because necessarily I wasn't raised by a father figure for most of my life. That's pretty deep, but that's probably why I don't know cars that well as most people do. Nonetheless, this isn't a therapy session. This is a review for Mad Foxes from Cauldron. And I will say the movie is worth watching. I had a friend that stopped by while it was going on. They saw a little bit of it, decided they wanted to stick around and watch a hunk of it because it is very interesting for what it is. That being said, I give it a 3 out of 5. It's probably a good once-over movie. It is very exploitative, which is very good. And I think I made that word up, but it's okay. But there's lots of things going on. It's not Rolling Thunder as far as revenge movies goes, but it's not too bad. As far as the looks go on the 4K, well, it does look soft at times, I will say that. But there is times where it does pop a little bit, especially when they go to the club and stuff like that. But, you know, the type of movie it is, the type of source it is, you can't expect it to be perfect, but for what it is, it looks probably better than most people would assume it's going to look. So yeah, that's a good thing about this. Plus, you can't beat the packaging, as we're going to show here. This is a, well, there's that. When you watch the movie, you'll see the reference for that. But it's a very hard box here going on. It does have this little O card here that popped right off, which tells us our extras are a whole bunch of interviews for the most part, an image gallery, trailer, audio commentary by film critics, and yeah, it's all region for the UHD, region A only for the Blu-ray. As you would guess, all the extras are on the Blu-ray disc. But when you pop this out, you'll see this is a pretty good little box here. Set this aside. You get this, which I'm sure is what the standard version of this will look like if you miss out on the special edition. You pop out your 4K and your Blu-ray disc, and you'll see what the alternate cover looks like. I will assume that's probably more in lines of what the original cover was. But yeah, you can't beat that. The movie is pretty good if you like stuff that makes you feel dirty while you watch it. And while I ain't going to fold it all out, you can tell you get a big giant poster of basically this art right here. So yeah, Mad Foxes is an exploitation film that gets the job done enough, will hold your attention enough, and if you like that sort of stuff, and I do like it for the most part, then this one is one you'll want to add to your collection available from Diabolic DVD and Cauldron Films. It's Mad Foxes.